Hi and welcome back to the channel. It's a completely unscripted chit chat this week really, where I just thought we'd catch up a little bit with what's going on and talk in a little bit more detail about the eBay Summer Slowdown, which is definitely kicking in. And based on my spreadsheets from previous years trading on eBay, it's kicked in, from my point of view anyway, about a month early. And I think this is entirely down to the cost of living crisis that a lot of people are experiencing in the UK. And as far as I understand it, across the world. So when you're looking at where you're going to get the next penny from to pay your heating bill or your gas and electricity, then the last thing you're going to be worrying about is, the last thing you're going to be looking to purchase is a pair of antique brass candlesticks or a copper planter. So I fully understand the reasons behind the slowdown, but it's definitely kicked in, and we're talking June here. It's definitely kicked in a month early, and sales have fallen off a cliff. Now, you might be thinking, oh my God, panic stations, but I don't look at it in the short term. I look at my numbers, as I've said before in previous films, over the mid to long term. So, in theory, I could look at my numbers over 12 months. And as long as I'm hitting my targets over the 12-month period, then that'll keep my accountant happy, it'll keep the bank manager happy, and it'll pay everything I need. And at the moment, I'm ahead of schedule. So in the kind of April-May time, which in the UK, the financial year is April the 6th through to April the 5th the following year. So throughout April and May, I did really well. Got money in the bank. But June, absolutely dead. I'm probably making 2 or 3 sales a week. Average sale price, £25 to £30. So just scraping, with shipping costs as well, just scraping over the £100 to, on average, around £125 to £150. Anyway, it's just one of those things that you have to live with really when you're running an eBay business. You get the peaks and you get the troughs, but generally over the course of the 12 months, you'd like to think your overall trajectory, it's easy for me to say, trajectory is upwards to hit your targets. So what have I been doing in all this downtime I've got? Well, I've been listing quite a bit. I've been going through my workshop, looking at stock that is in for, as you know, I don't do restoration, but I've got quite a bit of stock that's in the workshop ready to be cleaned up, tidied up. The odd very, very small repair, but nothing major. So I'm going through my shelves in the workshop, pulling out all those items that are just sitting there earning nothing really. So it's about time they started to earn the keep. So I'm sorting them out, photographing them, listing them, getting them into the shop. Listing wise now, a lot of sales in the early part of the year, but I'm down now to approximately 310 listings, which isn't really where I want to be. I want to be up near a minimum of 500, but it's just the way it is. I'm just spending my time slightly differently at the moment in terms of listing. You'll see in the background just there you go. Finally got myself a thermal printer. This film isn't sponsored, and there's no affiliate links or anything like that, so I won't tell you which brand it is. It was delivered a couple of days ago, and to be absolutely honest, it's been a pigging nightmare installing it. The CD it came with didn't want to run, the drivers wouldn't download, and when I finally, after a couple of phone calls to technical support, finally managed to get the PC talking to the printer. When I tried to print an eBay label for one of my few sales this week, it absolutely crashed and burned. The reason being, I found out, is because the desktop eBay software only, for want of a better expression, exports an A4 PDF. So when it talks to the thermal printer, it'll print the label out no problem with the correct information on, but it's the size of a postage stamp because it thinks it's printing an A4 sheet. Now, I've spoken to technical support at the manufacturers. Oh, that's my phone. And I've also spoken to customer support or service at eBay. And I think it might be different in the UK in that in America, I think you can alter the size. When you print your labels, I think you can alter the size and specify 6x4. That's 6x4 inches, which is what a standard shipping label is. But in the UK, it doesn't look to me, and if you know any different, please let me know in the comments below. But it doesn't look as though you can alter the label size when you're printing your label directly from eBay. So what I'm having to do at the moment is download it to my desktop or wherever, and then print it from there using the printer software. So that way I can alter the size. It's not perfect, but it is working. So I am now able to print my labels, but it's not direct off eBay. I have to download it off eBay and then print it from there using my printer software. So that's not ideal, but at least it's working. And the reason I was decided I want to do that, because these things are not cheap, trust me, is every time I was printing a label using my Canon LaserJet, is it? It prints out an A4 sheet, and that has to be folded up or cut to fit into it's not self-adhesive, into a little plastic envelope that then sticks to the box. So I was getting really fed up, and I thought, what a waste of paper as well. And also, it's very expensive because printer ink, as you know, you can almost buy a brand new printer cheaper than buying 5 ink cartridges. So I was getting fed up with all that. I thought, what a waste of paper. It's taking too long, bit of a faff. So I'll get myself the thermal printer. Anyway, the best laid plans of mice and men, as they say. We're kind of up and running, but it's not brilliant. Over time, I hope to improve it, and I'm sure there's a couple of little tweaks I can make here and there to make it work better. But if you're listening, eBay, and I very much doubt you are, but if you are, please, can you build into your desktop software the ability to choose the label size for printing shipping labels? It's not too much to ask, I don't think, to be able to print a 6x4 label direct from eBay. That's all we want to do. If it can be done, then that'd be fantastic. If not, well, I've got a workaround, but it's not ideal. I've also managed as well, finally, well, not managed as such, but I've also got round to buying some proper shipping scales. And I'll tell you the name of them. It's Ultra Ship. And it's great. I really, again, I'm not linked. There's no affiliate link here. I'm not getting any money for this, but I find I'll get you the box just to show you. Right, here we go. It's called Ultra Ship 55. And what I like about it is, and the reason I got this one after quite a bit of research, is that the front actually pulls off. It's on a curly cable, but it pulls off the front of the main scales which means that you can put large boxes on it and still be able to see the weight of the parcel. It's not obscured by the box. So this front panel, connected by a curly cable, pulls off, and then you can put some nice big boxes. And the weight it deals with is, well, it's, I don't know if it says on here, but way heavier than anything I'll ship via Royal Mail. Yeah, I mean, 25 kilograms or 55 pounds it'll weigh up to. So far, touch wood, it's worked really well. I'm really happy with it. I've got no agenda for pushing this at all, but for me, it's touch wood, it's worked really well, and I'm extremely happy with it. I was just using ordinary scales before, the kind you'd use in a kitchen, I guess. And they worked okay, but they weren't that accurate. This can go down to literally grams. And sometimes that's important to get the weight of your package beneath, for example, 2 kilograms, or beneath 5 kilograms or 10 kilograms. You need to, if you're very close to the line, effectively, then just by going a few grams over that 2, 5, 10 kilogram cut-off point, you're into a new and higher postage rate. So I think that's great. I'm really, so far anyway, I'm really happy with that. Now, the other breaking news is I said in I think it was the last film or the one before that, that'd be great. Well, we're trying to get through 300 subscribers. Well, we've done that. And I think at the time of recording this video, we're actually at 312 subscribers. And what's really interesting, considering I'm based in the UK, is the majority of my subscribers are actually from the United States. I think there's over 40% of my subscribers are from the United States, and approximately 30% roughly are from the UK. And then I have subscribers dotted around other countries as well, including Jamaica, and so hi if you're watching, and various other countries as well. So I think that's quite interesting. But what I said was, because if we get over the 300 subscribers, I'd do a subscriber film. So I'd pick a film chosen by yourselves, really. So if you want to, if there's a particular film you'd like to see me make, for example, do you want me to answer questions about how I got into this business, a little bit about my background, whatever. If you are interested, then I'd be happy to do that within reason. If we can get perhaps up to 10 questions about, how I sort of got into this eBay business, and in fact into the antiques, vintage and collectibles business, then I'm quite happy to do that, as long as they're reasonable questions. So there's one idea. But if there's any other particular films you'd like me to make, focus in on maybe a core subject such as Art Deco, arts and crafts, Art Nouveau, what's the difference between them all, that kind of thing, then again, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to put together a film to answer any questions you may have like that. So there we go. I mean, that is kind of a bit of a ramble, a little bit of an update on where we are with the channel. A little bit of new kit. The Summer Slowdown, which is really hitting hard, as I mentioned at the start of the film. And I think that really kind of sums up the week, to be quite honest with you. It's just been one of those weeks. You've got to make best use of your time if you're not particularly listing and packaging and shipping. You got to think, how can I develop? I'm sort of improving the office really at the moment. All the behind the counter stuff that the buyers don't usually see or even want to know about. So that's what I've been doing anyway. Because sometimes you do have to focus on not necessarily just sourcing, photographing, listing. You have to get the business all sorted out as well. Also, of course, It's that time of the year where I'm putting my books through as well with my accountant. So I've spent quite a lot of time pulling all my income and expenditure details together, and that's gone off now. And I think literally today I've had that's come back. So I need to go through that, have a look at it, sign it off. That will then be submitted to HMRC. I'll get the bill off the accountant, of course, and there we go, another year done. So I don't think I've got anything else really to add at this point in time. I hope you've enjoyed this film. It's been very different. I mean, if I've got perhaps 20% of you still watching at the end of this where we are now, then I'll be really happy with that. It'll probably be my, the really faithful, fantastic subscribers I've got. But let me know if you did make it to the end. I'd just be fascinated to know, really. And if you're a new viewer or subscriber, let me know where in the world you're from, and I'll add you to our digital map, which I will publish when we've got a few more names in the frame. So there we go. I think that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit that notification bell, which I never know whether it's down there or down there. It's kind of reversed when you're filming yourself. But it's normally in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen anyway, if you're watching, when you're watching. So hit that subscribe button, it really helps. Hit the notification bell. But as ever, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.